Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon all.
Salam Doktor.
Good afternoon.
Sehat semua? How are you feeling today? Tired is it?
Good. Feeling good.
Feeling good. Okay, good is good. Very good. How about the rest?
Good.
Good. Everything is good, All perfect, Good, very good. We are in week 8. Firstly, I would like to apologize because I'm still halfway through marking your true, false and multiple answer. However, wait, I record first. Okay. Okay, I'll give you the answer to that question. Okay, before at the same time I will mark yours. I'm still halfway through. I will return everything by end of this week lah. Okay, sorry banyak. Okay, that's one. Second, just to remind you on the spectrum, okay, Dr. Has kata keep on reminding the student, okay, so that they won't forget to fill in the attendance in the spectrum. All right, okay. Any questions before we start? Any questions? No. Oh Allah, tak ada soalan lah Brian ya. Never mind. You've got the PowerPoint in the Google Classroom, okay? So I'm just gonna present here. Okay. If there's any questions, then I just go right through the presentation. Today's topic is about the real estate market analysis for the hotels development. We are now in week 8 and you realize from the first week that we are into these subjects until to date, you have been exposed to quite a number of real estate sectors. Okay, quite a number of real estate sectors. I'm not sure how you feel about it, but to me, the syllabus seems very thorough. Yeah, the syllabus seems very thorough because not just looking at the normal market research in regards of the commercial, in regards of the residential especially, but you're also looking at other things, and one of it is the special properties that seldom, okay, real estate student will be exposed to this market analysis of the hotels development. Okay, but it's an interesting subject area. It's an interesting subject area. Okay, the reason being, if you were to look at hotels as a real estate, okay, you realize that the hotels itself is so much different from any other investment properties that you have learned so far. Okay, very much different. Why we say different? Because when you are looking at these so-called hotels as real estate, okay, this is the only type of property that is rented by the night rather than leased by the years or multiple years. Okay, like in the case of other sectors. Okay, so it's rented by the night. Isn't it amazing? Okay, very short duration, isn't it? You can stay in a hotel for 1 day, or you can stay in a hotel for 1 week, or you can stay in a hotel for a month. So that is one of the unique about these particular sectors. Okay. Then what else when you're talking about these particular sectors? Okay, business is seasonal. Okay, hotels and resort business is very seasonal. Okay, sometimes you are looking at whether or not there's any occasion, there's any convention, there's any seminar, conferences that will influence the occupancy rate of the hotels, or you are talking about this festive season, you know, any festive season, holidays time, maybe they talk about this peak season, low season, isn't it? If there's a festive season or there's a long holiday, you know, that it will influence the occupancy rates of the hotels. Okay, and the rates that they charge, we are talking about per night just now, and the rate that they charge will actually fluctuate month to month. For example, you are talking about now we are in the Ramadan month. So Ramadan month normally people don't want to stay in a hotel. People rather opt for staying in their own house, you know, at their own comfortable and stuff like that. So most probably the rate of the hotel will actually be discounted because of the Ramadan month, you know. So this is what it meant. Okay, it will certain things will influence the occupancy of these hotels and resorts. Okay, another thing is that you're looking in terms of the economics. The economics will also influence the hotel's occupancy rate. Okay, look at the current situation. Now we are in the pandemic. Okay, when we have the MCO, EMCO, and whatnot, the hotels they have been badly affected. Okay, they've been badly affected. People didn't go out. People stay at their house and stuff like that. So no holidays, no nothing. So it will probably give them a shrinking in regards of their revenues. Okay, so the economy is not good, then that will affect their revenues as well. Okay, but the best part is that if you have any special occasion, special event, you know, you're talking about championship, you're talking about festive season, you're talking about weddings, you're talking about etc. that will actually affect the hotel occupancy as well as the food sales. Okay, so that's part and parcel when you're talking about the uniqueness of these hotels as compared to other real estate sectors. Okay. Another things about this uniqueness is the hotels, they have various revenue generators. Okay, they have various. You're talking about the food, not just the F&B, the restaurant, the sales. Maybe when they rented out the space, you know, the convention, the conferences and stuff like that. All the lease shops, all this will give them revenues. Okay. Another unique things about hotel is that some of the hotels corporation, okay, they've got these so-called brand names. They've got their own brand names. Example, you're talking about Holiday Inn, you're talking about Equatorial, all these international brand names. Okay, later we are going to visit this more. Okay, and the last one is that hotels, they are labor intensive. Okay, labor intensive. So meaning that they need quite a number of labor, or they got quite a number of staffs. Okay, to ensure the successful of the hotel management. Okay. Right, so that's some of the uniqueness. Okay, is there anything that I did not add in, or you have the ideas? Just let me know. Okay, we shall discuss it right away. Okay, right. So that's the uniqueness. Then you are talking in terms of the product types in regards of the hotels. Okay, hotels can be classified from the full service to the limited service. Of course, when you're talking about full service, meaning that they've got lots of services available. Okay, you name it, you've got it. Okay, you've got the fitness center, gift, you've got the restaurant, you've got the room service, you've got the spa, you've got the whatever. Okay, everything's are there. It's full. Okay, full services. Okay, or you've got the limited services for small star hotels, small star hotels, maybe 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, 3 or 4 star. They might have or might offer you a very limited services. Okay, very limited services. Right, preparing the market study, same as what we have learned previously. We've got the 6 steps. Okay, we've got the 6 steps. Okay, what we are looking for, we are looking at not just about the access and proximity of the site. Okay, we're also looking at the number of types of businesses within that particular market area. Why? Because there might be a growing demand in regards of these hotel businesses. Okay, example, if in that particular area we have universities, for example, so therefore during convocation, you know, our parents might want to stay in the hotel, so there's a growing demand for that, or students might want to do their farewell. Is it farewell? What do you call it? It's not prom night. What do you call? What do you call it? Your so-called gathering? Your gathering in the hotels, you know. So there will be a growing demands for all sort of services. Okay. What else you're talking in terms of this? Whether or not in that particular area you get all this tourist attraction. Okay, that will also influence the demands for the hotels. Okay, outlook for travel, unique local conditions, unique local trends and stuff like that. Okay, so this is what you're looking at. Okay, so I've just highlight to you what are the 6 processes. We have gone through this from the very beginning. Okay, we carry this until today from the residential, commercial, warehouses and stuff like that. We carry the same one, retail. Okay, we carry the same one. It's still the same one. However, there are some important differences. Okay, in regards of this market analysis. Okay, Firstly, you're talking in terms of the demographic characteristic of household around the area is no longer a critically important factors to the market analysis. Unlike the residential, unlike the retail that we talk about, unlike the offices and stuff like that, okay, we always focus in regards of the demographic characteristic. Okay, but in regards of the hotels, no, it's not about the demographic, it's not about the household. Okay, we are more concerned towards the labor pool, we are more concerned towards the surrounding area, we are concerned about the modes of transportation if you are looking at the hotels. So your area, okay, has actually shifted from the previous market research when you want to do your hotel market research. Okay, sufficient to demonstrate to the hotel investors that the surrounding area is stable, is sufficient. And you said, it's okay, the surrounding is stable, okay, it's safe, it can generate demand to support the hotel, that's all. But the most important things, you're talking about the labor pool, the surrounding area, modes of transportation. That is much more important than your household, okay? Right, so this is some of the differences. What else? You're looking at the specific local businesses, okay, be it the convention facilities, the tourist attraction, hospitals, universities, all these will actually draw and bring travelers to the hotel. Okay, is it important? Very important. Okay, very important, because if you have a tourist attraction, okay, nearby the area, voila, that's another bonus point for your hotels, isn't it? So this is what it meant. Okay, this is what it meant. Okay, what else? You are looking in terms of the for the resort hotel, the climate, natural features, recreational amenities. All these are much more important. Okay, important to the hotels analysis. Okay, market research analysis. Okay, market research analysis. Okay, another things that we are concerned about is the competitive properties. Okay, competitive properties, other hotels, okay, in terms of size, age, facilities, target market segment. Later when you go into the hotel classification, the 1-star, 2-star, etc., you realize that, you know, not all hotels are the same. Okay, not all hotels are the same. Okay, some hotels have their own strengths, some hotels have their own weaknesses as well. Okay, so in the case of these so-called conference centers, it's important that we know that who are our competitors. Okay, would it very near, very far away? How are we going to look at it? Okay, this is some of the things that is. Yes.
Ada 3 orang nak masuk.
Tak boleh masuk. Oh
Ha.
Allah, tak boleh masuk. Oh Allah. Nangis dululah.
Okey, saya beritahu dia.
Boleh lah, dah boleh lah. Saya dah pergi dekat page ni. Boleh dah. Dah. Nangis dah.
Dah doktor.
Sik baik tak nangis. Okay, everybody's here. Sorry. Tak juga sebenarnya. Sebenarnya baru 31 Ada lagi ni tu. Sekejap ya. Bila saya alih screen nanti dia tak nak. Dia tak nak apa? Admit you all. Ada lagi tak? On the way, fly away, far far away. Okay. Better dah. Ada lagi yang nak masuk. Sorry lah makcik jalan je. Tak tengok orang tak tengok kiri kanan. Tak bagi salam. So how's your week this week? This is just the second day of the week. How's your week while waiting for the rest to come? Nanti kan dia tak boleh masuk lagi. How's your week? Okay.
This week should be our mid-sem break, Doctor.
But it doesn't happen that way, does it?
Yeah, so very penat lah.
True. I know. Sometimes they have a good intention. They have a good intention. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they have a good intention. However, after half of the semester, we need a break. Honestly, I need a break. Because somehow or other, the break will actually help you to recharge your battery. Don't know lah how you're going to recharge your battery, but somehow you need to recharge your battery. You don't want to wake up in the morning and open up your laptop and I don't know. To me, it's like that. Okay, I know it's the second week, isn't it? Very tiring because your break will start in your 10 week, isn't it? Your week 10, right? That is your break, right?
Betul.
Week 10 tu semua lemah je lah But last week is very hectic, isn't it? Last week you've got a lot of other activities as well. No? Tak ada activities?
Ada quiz, presentation.
Every hectic. Every week also busy?
Yeah, a lot of tutorial.
Tutorial buat apa? Tutorial happy hour je.
Kena submit lah, Doctor.
Oh ya ke? Oh dia tak kasih you all ni Kena submit lah. Yelah, that one cannot help lah. Cannot help lah. But you cannot go wrong with education. Just enjoy. Okay, no worries. Okay, semua dah masuk dah? Belum Ada lagi tak? Nanti I tukar screen, nanti dia tak boleh masuk. Or else you let me know. Okay, once your friend cannot enter this one. Actually, I've given permission already. It should be auto admit. Okay. But it doesn't happen that way. Never mind. Okay. You just give me a shout. Okay. Right. Alright. We are still in the process just now. Okay. I know. Tak payah. You sit down and listen saja. Or do your other things. Okay. Just listen saja. Okay. Right, we've done on this one. Yeah, this one is on the classifications of hotels. Okay, it's so many, so I just put it this way. Okay, it's so many, so I just put it this way so that we'll be able to open up these things. Okay, you can open up yours later. Okay. These particular guidelines come from the Tourism Malaysia. So they've got everything here. So what I'm going to show you, they've got the so-called Greens hotels. They've got the so-called Asian Green Hotel Awards. Kawan-kawan, just like to share with you, the so-called sustainability green hotels and whatnot. If you travel to Europe, there are certain hotels that very cheap, but at the end of the day, they will charge your electricity as per consumption. So last time when we are in the hotel, we will open up everything, because we said it's inclusive in the price. But when you go into this particular so-called green hotel, you must be very careful because the price is reasonable, or is it lower than the market price. However, the electricity consumption, the water consumption will be charged as per consumption. Okay, so that's another concept. They say environmentally friendly, whatever. I've never come across that in Malaysia, okay, but I come across that in Europe. Okay, Malaysia tak pernah lagi, tak pernah jumpa. Adalah kot macam apa? Asia punya hotel tu apa nama dia? Allahu Akbar kabira. Tak ingatlah pula. Oh, what is the name of the Asia hotel? Asia hotel, is it?
Juntok Hotel.
Tune Hotel. Apa dah Tune Talk pula? Tak ada talk. Tune je. Okay, the Tune Hotel, they will ask you to pay for certain things, isn't it? For your toiletries, some of the room, there's no aircon, there's no TV and stuff like that, right? So that's the concept. But in the Europe, everything is there, but you have to pay for the electricity, water as per consumption. Okay, that's new. Okay, but yeah, something different. Some people might like it, Right, you have a green hotel grading scheme. So that's how they calculate. Okay, macam mana nak calculate dia? What are marks? Minimum requirement for the star hotels. Okay, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, so on and so forth. So what are the criteria? Okay, this one is on the aesthetic. Okay, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 stars. Okay, everything's are in there. Okay, this is how they grade the star hotels. Okay, be it 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. So everything's are there. Common areas, the bar, what is it? Okay, bar maybe not compulsory for 1 stars, but what happened to the 5 stars and stuff? Okay, right. So this is some of the requirement. This is for your knowledge. Okay, tak keluar dalam exam macam gini, tak ada. Okay, this is for the knowledge, meaning that they've got it. All this rating system and whatnot. How do they rate? Yes, they've got it. Everything is in there. Okay, understood, yeah? Right. So this is one in regards of the classification. Is there, we follow that one. Okay, we follow the Malaysian version. Then you are looking at the visitors. Okay, hotel guests. Okay, so hotel guests can be identified from the visitors coming into the hotel district. Okay, generally difficult to identify the catchment area of the hotel guests. Okay, because you're talking about not just local, you're talking about regional, you're talking about international visitors. Okay, these facts and figures I've got from Tourism Malaysia. Okay, now let's look at the facts and figures. Okay, arrival 2020, we've got 4.3 million. Okay, how much do they spend? 4.3 million, they spend about 13 million Malaysian ringgit. Is it good? Is it not good? What do you think? With 4 million coming, they spend about 13 million. Is it good or is it not good? Bagus ke tak bagus? All the tourists, when they come here, they spend, kawan-kawan, they spend. Yes, what is it? What do you think?
Tambah lah, kalau compare year dulu.
Oh, of course. If you were to talk about the previous years, okay, this is some of the previous years. Okay, look at the previous years. Let's study this particular tourist arrival and how much do they spend. Okay, tourist arrival and how much do they spend. The highest would be what year? 69, 80.
2019.
2019, yeah. 86 billion. Billion, man. 26 million coming here. 86 billion. That's how much money they spend. Whoa, that's good. No wonder they have all this festival, they have all this visit Malaysia here and whatnot, isn't it? Because of the money that your the tourism industry get from these tourists. Okay. However, look at 2020, too sad. Huh? That's why all these hotels, all these apa lagi yang tak sustain during the pandemic. Not just the hotels, Airbnb, all those homestays. What else? F&B affected or not? F&B, all these restaurants and whatnot. Do they affected?
Yeah.
Of course. So you see how important this particular industries is all about. Okay, tak apa, nanti kita besok we revisit and we try and do some justification, some exercise. Okay, hotel guests. Okay, hotel guests, what happened here is that we subdivided into domestic as well as international. Why do we subdivide into these two groups? Because the purpose of the domestic and the purpose of the international might not be the same. Okay, might not be the same because there are their demand characteristics in regards of domestic and the international might not be the same. So that's why it's important we segregate it into these two categories. Okay, in fact your domestic and international, we subdivide again into the non-star hotel as well as the star hotel. Apa ni? Well, non-star hotel, what is it? What is it, a non-star hotel? What? Tell me. What is a non-star hotel?
Budget hotel.
Budget hotel. How budget is budget? Okay. Any other forms of non-star except for the budget? Budget can be 1 star also. What else? There's no category, no star category. What is it?
Macam dormitory.
Airbnb.
Airbnb, yeah, dormitory hostel lah, YMCA and stuff like that, right? They normally rent out this accommodation. They call it accommodation, accommodation, yes, accommodation. This is a non-star hotel, kawan-kawan. This is a non-star hotel. They fall into this category. Whereas the star hotel, they fall into that category that we've looked at just now. Okay, all those categories. So the hotels, you have domestic and non-domestic. Okay, right. Demand for hotels room. Alah, this one senang je. Okay, you're talking in terms of demand in regards of annual, in regards of daily. Okay, or their equivalents. Okay, how to calculate the demand? D equal ATG, which is the annual total guests. Okay, annual total number of hotel guests, ATG. Okay, I should put somewhere, right? Tak apa, nanti saya letak short form dia. And divide by PSR. PSR is person sharing per room. Okay, person sharing per room. If your total or annual total number of guests is 500,000, so your person sharing room is actually 2. So the demand, how do you calculate the demand? 500,000 subdivide or divide by 2, you've got the demand is 250,000 rooms. Okay, senang, straightforward. Kalau tak tahu kira, I don't know what to say. Okay, right. Okay, tak complicated, tak ada masalah. Okay, that's demand for hotels room. Then what happened is that the demand for hotels room per day will be further depends on the average length of stay, ALOS, average length of stay, as well as the average operating days per year, AOD. Okay, right. So what happened now is that assuming that the hotel will operate throughout the year, okay, so daily demand will be ATG, annual total guest, okay, divide by PSR, person sharing per room, okay, then divide that one over, okay, bawah dia akan ada AOD, average operating days, okay, divide by ALOS, which is the average length of stay. Okay, so when you refine the formula, you've got ATG over PSR multiplied by ALOS over AOD. sorry. Okay, quite confusing. First time when you listen to this, yes, it's quite confusing, but it's not actually. It's straightforward. Okay, so the demand will be let's say ATG 400,000. So 400,000 divided by 2, which is person sharing per room, multiply by ALOS, okay, your average length of stay, multiply by the 365 days, okay, your operating days per year. So your demand is 1,644 rooms, okay. Saya nak keluarkanlah soalan macam ni dalam exam, boleh tak? Can I best dia tak? Can I give this type of questions in the exam or not?
Boleh.
Doktor boleh. Tapi doktor bagi kami praktis lah. Bagi macam similar question untuk praktis. Mesti boleh doktor.
Kan senang je kan, calculate je kan. Aduh, yes.
Tapi kena straightforward doktor.
Kenapa?
Straightforward terus.
Kalau tak nanti confusing. Nak bagilah. Okay, satu soalan calculation. Don't care, nak bagi juga. Best pula kan soalan-soalan macam ni kan. Alah, tapi formula tak bagi tau. No formula even.
Tak apa je,
Formula.
kita boleh buat sendiri.
Tak apa. Kan dia kan, you boleh letak lah, tampal lah somewhere kan dekat situ kan. Tampal siap-siap. Jahat kan? Tak jahat, betul lah kan? Work smart man, work smart. Okay, alright. Nanti I fikirkan soalan calculation. Okay, so this is basically how they calculate the demand. Okay. The most important things here, kawan-kawan, if you realize all these hotels and whatnot, normally the consultant for this particular apa kita panggil sector, okay, they have these specialized consultants now for the hotels. I cannot remember what's the name of the occupation. I don't know what's the name of the occupation, but the person will actually travel from one hotel to another. They are like the auditor tau. They will travel from one hotel to another. That's quite interesting lah. Pada kita dengar interesting lah. But for some people mungkin dia dah bosan dah kan duduk hotel kan. The environment is just yalah, home sweet home lah kan. It's not no matter lah 10 star ke whatever star kan, your home is still the best, right? So there's a demand for that particular occupation. Okay, so what happened we have looked into is important when you want to analyze the breakdown of hotels demand. Okay, according to the different types of occasion, according to the hotel guest arrival and stuff like that. Okay, later we are going to see this Tourism Malaysia punya data. Okay, maybe kalau tak boleh today, we look at it tomorrow. Okay, that's quite interesting as well. Okay, right, room supply analysis. Okay. What happened here is that the room supply you can easily estimate from where? From the existing hotel, from all the forecast newly completed hotels, from the plan as well as approved anything project that is in ongoing or pipelines. Okay, you will be able to get the room supply. This one is Klang Valley kawan-kawan Klang Valley, the dark colours, the green, dark green is the number of rooms in Kuala Lumpur. The lighter green is outside Kuala Lumpur. Then this blue dot is actually the Klang Valley. So the whole of Klang Valley, total number of rooms. Sebenarnya tak adalah banyak sangat Klang Valley ni kan. Total number of room katalah 70,000, not even billions man, 8,000 only. 70,000. Okay, this one is CBRE CBRE WTW. Okay, so that's about the room supplies analysis. Then you shall be looking at the room demand and supply comparison. So meaning that you have the demand at one point in time, how many people come in, or people that stay in the hotels, as well as the supply. Does it match? Because sometimes when there's peak hours, dululah, you know, prior to the 2020, right? Prior to the 2020, sometimes when there's the festive seasons and whatnot, you know, you want to book the hotel, they will normally say that it's fully booked. Okay, it's fully booked. Or else, if it's not fully booked, they have a few rooms, but all the premium rooms, not the normal rooms, not the normal superior or deluxe. Okay, maybe they have the suite, maybe they have the penthouse, you know, the most expensive rooms is still available. Okay, the normal one dah sold off already. Okay, right. Competitors analysis. This one is very interesting because when you are talking about competitors of hotel, first you must look at the classifications of the hotels, because you have the various market segment. Okay, the 1 star, the 2 star, the 3 star, 4 star, 5 stars. Okay, that is the classification. Okay, which type of class of the hotels? One. Second, you're talking about the category of the hotels. Hotel also got category. Are you talking about the boutique hotel? Are you talking about the highland? Are you talking about the resort style? Are you talking about the business hotel? Are you talking about the family hotel? Okay, what are you talking about? You see, so because they have got a various market segment. Okay, then you are looking at location. Where is the location? Are you talking about in the CBD itself? Outside the CBD? How many radius mile from the CBD? Okay, so these are some of the analysis. So it becomes, not to say complex, but you be able to actually subdivide it or segmentize it according to whatever that you need. So you become very focused, very focused. So let's say you are talking about all this Melati class, Melati pula, all this 1, 2 and 3 star. Okay, some books they call it Melati Hotel. Melati maknanya 1, 2, 3 star tu they call it Melati, Melati Group. Okay, so all these they've got a different target market altogether. Okay, even when you are talking about name me some of these brand hotels, international brand name. Give me some of the names.
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La, yeah.
Four Seasons.
Four Seasons, Hilton. Okay, you see some of the brand name, okay, some of them they belong to the same group, isn't it? They belong to the same group. The only thing is that, contoh, let's say Accor Hotel, ACCOR, they've got a few brand name. Okay, they're talking about Novotel. Novotel is actually a family hotel. Okay, Pullman is actually a business hotel. Okay, so they've got the different categories, kawan-kawan. Sama juga, if you're talking about Shangri-La, what else that falls under the same brand name? Ada lagi tak? Ada. Okay, sama juga Four Seasons. What else? Okay, Four Seasons maybe Four Seasons is one of the high end juga kan? Quite expensive juga kan? Macam Four Seasons yang dekat sebelah KLCC tu Four Seasons
Four Seasons.
Next to KLCC, apa Four Seasons Yang Robinson dah tutup tu. Yang sebelah, yang belakang Robinson yang dah tutup tu apa? Saya
Is it
bukan tahu.
Mandarin?
No, Mandarin is next to KLCC, isn't it?
Oh.
Ini yang dekat Wisma Central. Sebelah Wisma Central you have, last time you have the Robinson. Dah lupa kan, setahun tak berjalan kan. Lepas tu belakang dia tu I think there's a hotel. If I'm not mistaken that one is Four Seasons. Tapi tak tahulah. Nanti check balik semula lah kan. So the location does play a role, isn't it? Mandarin Oriental next to KLCC. Wow man. Then apa lagi dekat area KLCC tu? Ada hotel lagi tak?
Grand
Ada hotel
Hyatt.
lagi tak? Grand Hyatt. Yes, of course. Grand Hyatt. Belakang tu je kan. Walking distance je. Okay. Then you have some of this macam YTL YTL tu dia suka buat all these boutique that is boutique hotel that is customized or tailored to your preferences. Tailored to your preferences. At the back there, kalau you jalan you keluar daripada Grand Hyatt, you jalan depan sikit, there's one YTL hotel, nama dia The Rumah. R-U and then capital M-A. Rumah. Rumah. So it's like a house, you know. Nanti you all Google. Okay. The Rumah. Okay, that's quite interesting lah if you were to look at hotels market and stuff. So competitors analysis important. But although there are many hotels at the same location, okay, not to worry because they serve various market segment. Okay, that is important. They serve various market segment. Okay, macam Escort, they serve various market segment. Impiana, they serve various market segment. Okay. Pricing analysis kawan-kawan. Again, okay, you're talking about the room rates as well as the types of hotels. Okay, you'll be looking at the what star does it belong to. You're talking about categories of the hotels. You're talking about the locations of the hotel. So all this will influence the pricing. Okay, and don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, because sometimes when you look at their website, that is actually dia panggil apa? The normal room rate, and then when you go into the agent, booking.com, Agoda, what else you have? All these Trivago and whatnot. These are all the agents. Sometimes the agents have their own quota, their own allocation. So they will sell it at a discounted price. Why? Because they want to ensure that they do a lot of sales. Tak boleh tak ada sales. Okay, mesti ada sales. They have their own target. So that's why sometimes when you go into this agent, it's much more cheaper than you go to this direct to the hotels. Okay, and the hotels like it as well. Because you all dah prepaid, right? When you book, you prepaid. Okay, only sometimes you nak pay to the hotels. So this is some of their marketing strategies. Target market, again, I said the consumer profile will be different according to the stars, according to their preferences, according to their choice, according to their affordability. Wow, there's so many things. Why? Because it depends on their demographic characteristic as well as behavior. Okay, during this so-called PKP, PKPD and whatnot, okay, some people actually stay at the hotel. Okay, they call it staycation. Okay, there's a new marketing strategy, staycation. You stay there for what? For what purpose are you there? For nothing, nothing. You just want to stay, take a break, get out of the house. Okay. But you want to go to a place that is nice. You want to go to the place that you'll be able to relax. Kononnya lah. Okay. So that is some of the marketing strategies. Okay. But that's good. That's good, isn't it? They've got another apa? area that they be able to do the marketing. Okay, right. In summary, what is it? Okay, you are talking about the four main elements just now. Okay, the supply, demand, pricing, consumer, financial. Important, very important. Okay, all these things are all important. What else? When you're talking about this hotel development, okay, you need to get some rough ideas or some ideas indicating the type of the hotel to build, number of the hotel's rooms, okay, types of the hotel's room, room rates, occupancy level. Are you familiar with Jalan Konle, kawan-kawan? Are you familiar with Jalan Konle? Anybody? Anybody? Jalan Konle?
Kat mana tu?
Jalan Konle, Karyaneka. Restoran Melayu last time. There's a restaurant Melayu. Ada tak?
Tak tahu doktor.
Tak tahu Dekat situ ada satu, last time dia kata dia nak buat Harrods Hotel. Ada pernah dengar tak? Ada pernah dengar tak? Tak pernah dengar they said they want to build, I don't know whether sekarang ni dia dah buat ke belum buat, but it does seem that it is a luxury hotels. Okay, the market for luxury hotels is quite good apparently. Okay, previously lah, prior to the 2020, prior to the 2020, so the market for this so-called luxury hotels is very good, very highly in demand. Okay, tapi kawan-kawan, if you actually learn marketing, these are the luxury hotels. Who are their target market? Who are their target market? Target market.
Kaya.
People with money, right? Right. Not to say the challenge lah, I would say the challenge lah. The challenge here is that when you are talking about the 1-star, 2-star and 3-star hotel, if the service is not up to their expectation, they are okay with it because the price is reasonable, it is affordable, you know, you've got a clean room, you've got electricity, you've got water, the bath WC is okay, so everybody's happy. But the challenge for these luxury hotels, it's not easy to satisfy people with money. Okay, that's the challenge. That is why when you looked at certain boutique hotel, so-called boutique hotels, and the one that I mentioned just now, the Rumah, they try to tailor their service to the customer punya preferences, to the customer punya choice, you know, and it's not easy, I tell you. It's not easy. It's not easy to actually satisfy these people. Okay, it's okay. 1, 2, 3 star tak ada masalah. Okay, but if you have 4, 5 and above, okay, macam the one in Dubai, I don't know. They claim that they've got what? 10 star, 7 star, I don't know. Okay, so you imagine. Okay, the more expensive the hotel rooms is, the more difficult to satisfy the customer. I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but that's actually what happened. Okay, so you're talking in terms of analytical procedures. Of course, you look at the classification, you look at the visitors, who are they, you look at demand analysis, room supply analysis, demand supply comparison, and all those stuff. Okay, is it important? Very important here. Okay, what else? Okay, this is the one. Cannot remember. Is it the TDC? I've got it from the tourism. The 2017 hotel classification. So there are 5 actually categories. They've got the city hotel, Highland Hotel, the beach island, lake, river, resort, innovative hotels. They've got the boutique hotels. Okay, this one is on top of your star qualification just now. Okay, so they group the hotels according to the categories. Okay, is it important? Yeah, some of it is important. Some of it is important. Okay, even if you go to Genting Highland, the Highland Hotel, you've got a few classification of the hotel, isn't it? You've got the apartment base, you've got the normal room hotels and stuff like that. Okay, so ada banyak kategori. So the product of the hotel is so many. So that's quite good in a way. Okay. Right, so what's next? You're talking about hotel guests. Again, we have gone through this one. It's not just about the local, the regional. You're talking about the international. Is it important? Yes. So that's why some of the hotels, they do offer their guests in regards of the loyalty cards, the loyalty cards, because if they can if they know that these particular customers are regulars, be it the platinum ke, the gold ke, whatever lah, silver ke apa ke, they know that they are regulars, so they've actually reward them accordingly. Because they want them to come back over and over again. Maybe not to that hotel, but to all their brand names, according to their brand names. So that's what loyalty cards are coming in. Okay. What else? You're talking about how do you define hotel guests? Okay. Any visitors who pays a room rate and stays at a particular hotel for at least one night. So that is a factor of a demand for hotel. That's how they define hotel guests. Okay. Straightforward actually. Okay. Future, how do you forecast the future? You're talking about this so-called average HDB. Alah, my bad lah, I did not put what is this all about. Nanti I make good all this short forms ni. Okay, so we have the ARG. This is the same as any of these report. Later we are going to look at the report. Then they will use this ARG, all these short forms. ARG means annual growth rates of hotel guests. Okay, then you have the annual hotel guests. Okay, numbers of annual hotel guests, ATG. Okay, you have the ALOS, average length of stay. Number of persons sharing per room, PSR. You've got the annual operating days, AOD. Occupancy level, OCC. Wow, man. Okay, so all these are some of the short forms. Okay, if you are talking about the demand, how to calculate demand and stuff. Okay, supply of hotel rooms can be estimated based on the existing hotel and those that will become available during the forecast period. Okay, supply analysis focus on either a specific class or all classes of hotels. Okay, what would be the market potential? You're looking at this, you're comparing the demand, actually demand and supply situation. Slow increase in demand for hotels room, faster rates of hotel room supply, low occupancy can give rise to oversupply situation. Okay, because if you were to look at some of these tourism Malaysia data, most of the hotels occupancy rate is about 70%. 70% je, tak adalah 100%, not actually 100%. Because like I said, 70% maybe the rooms yang superior, deluxe and whatnot. So they've got another 30% meant for the more premium rooms, premium level. Okay, some of the premium level, in fact, they offer them what do they call it? Alah, cannot remember. Sudah tua lah, I cannot remember. What do they call it? They give you all this free buffet. Okay, just outside your room, they've got this one light food lah, light food. Be it noodles, sandwiches and whatnot. Okay, so all these total up to this 30% of the rooms. And what else? Competitor analysis, important, very important. Okay, we said just now, but that depends on the class, that depends on the categories and stuff. Okay. Apart from that, okay, you also have the so-called market share. market share, absorption rates, all these are full of calculation. I did not put it here, okay, but it's all in the books, in the textbooks that I provided, the e-books, okay, it's all in there. Pricing analysis, okay, again we have talked about this. It depends on the class size. You're talking about these types of rooms and stuff like that. Okay, then you're talking about consumer analysis. Okay, this depends on their preferences, their choice, demographic characteristic, their behavior, etc., etc. Okay, so is it important? These are all important. That makes the hotel market analysis or market research analysis become unique as compared to the other market research analysis. Okay, Q&A kawan-kawan. Do you have any boring kan? Nak ngantuk dah ya.
Butik hotel tu macam mana sebenarnya?
Butik hotel tu normally dia akan tailor pada you punya requirement. Okay, their rooms might be you pergi Melaka kan? Melaka pernah pergi kan?
Pernah.
Okay, some of these Baba Nyonya bungalow, they actually converted to this so-called boutique hotel. YTL I think dia ada. YTL ni dia suka all this market macam tu. I cannot remember. Nanti you all cuba Google, try and Google. If I'm not mistaken, the name is Majestic Hotel. So it's actually they still keep the Baba Nyonya kind of tradition, you know, kind of setting, the environment, the ambience. You know, it's not like a old Baba Nyonya bungalow, but it tailors to your needs. What is it that you want? You'll be surprised kawan-kawan, some of them especially all those Arabs once upon a time my friend dia jaga hotel di city center Kuala Lumpur all these Arabs a family of them when they reach Malaysia after breakfast they call the manager and they said we want to go to what do you call it, Mabul Island. Pernah dengar tak?
Pernah.
Mabul Island in Tawau, isn't it?
Betul.
Okay. So these Arabs, they said that the family want to fly to Mabul Island after breakfast. So you must ensure that there's a private jet or there's whatever vehicles that they can fly to Tawau after breakfast. Is that kind of demand? Is that kind of? Pardon?
From KL ke dia nak pergi Tawau?
Yes. From KL nak pergi ke Tawau. Nak pergi ke Tawau. Yes. Tak tahulah, maybe some people might think that Malaysian is tourism in Malaysia is still cheap. Maybe. And maybe lah. With their currency it's still cheap. And there are tourists that come to Malaysia for the nature. So they like all this the Borneo. They like to stay with the family and stuff like that. Okay, and the agent has to actually find out, okay, siapa family mana yang nak orang ni can cater to their needs. They pay, of course they pay, but they want to stay with you. Okay, some of the concept of homestay tu is it's not the correct concept, because homestay meaning that you stay with the family. It's not like homestay you give them the key and they stay there without any owner. Tidak. Kalau the actual concept of homestay is actually you must stay there. Sama juga macam you pergi bed and breakfast. If you go overseas, you go for bed and breakfast, you are actually staying in their house. Okay, they will provide you bed, okay, the room, the bed, bath, WC, and at the same time in the morning they will provide you breakfast. Normal English breakfast lah. Okay, maybe eggs and bread and jams and the spread and whatnot. Bukanlah complicated macam kita nak makan apa, nasi lemak, tak ada. There's no nasi lemak whatsoever. But that's part of tourism actually. That's part of tourism. Okay, right. So boutique hotel sometimes they tailored it to their needs. Okay, some of the hotels they even say that what do you want for breakfast? We'll cook for you. The chef will come and send your breakfast. That's quite good. Or if you say, oh, sorry, I cannot have breakfast because I have a meeting. Oh, never mind, sir. We pack your breakfast. What do you want? They pack your breakfast. So before you actually go to that meeting, you can collect your breakfast at the counter. It's ready. You said you want latte ke, you want apa ke, everything is ready, all packed for you. Okay, tailored to whatever that the customer needs. They've got to do that, kawan-kawan, because this is a service business. When you are in the service business, the formula is that 1 + 1 = 3. That's the formula that you should use. Not 1 + 1 = 2. Apa dia? Ikhwan?
Kenapa 1 + 1 jadi 3?
Because you have got to give more than what the customer asks for. If you want to be in the business. Service business is so much different from any other business. So much different kawan-kawan but it's interesting business. Okay, you must be always alert, always alert. Okay, kadang-kadang bila guest coming in you tengok dekat dia punya IC tu, dia tulis, oh today sebenarnya birthday dia. Okay, then maybe dekat situ dia tak sempat buat apa-apa, but some hotel they have allocation their own petty cash and whatnot, so they will buy you flowers, send to the room, they will buy you cake, send to the room free of charge just to make their customers happy.
Wow.
Yes, that's the business, man. Okay, interesting tak hotel? Interesting lah. Questions? Janganlah tidur macam nak hujan je. At your place is it raining Raining. Raining sedaplah tidur. More questions? Penat Tak ada.
Pasal practice untuk calculation tu. Time tutorial esok boleh juga buat.
Boleh, tak ada hal. Nanti kita buat dia punya questions.
Okay.
So sebenarnya all this straightforward calculation. Valuation lagi susah kan, apa sangatlah calculation demand tu kan. It's just to help you to gain more marks. Score the paper. Why not? Yeah, isn't it? Why not? Nah, question lagi.
Tak ada dah.
Semua orang puasa ke? Right? Everybody fasting Everybody fasting. No chat. Too early to cook, What do you want to cook today? Brian, what do you want to cook today?
Mai yang cook, bukan I.
Oh, Mama cook Mama masak apa hari ni?
Macam ada ketam.
Ketam too bad. I'm allergic to ketam. Yeah, sure, Guan Yu, sure. Okay, Guan Yu and the gang will stay after this. Anybody else got questions or not? Dah penat dah? Okay. So tomorrow we do more exercise on this. I think it will be good lah. Keluar ke exam kasih you. Bagus lah. Kan? Boleh score lah. Tak ada hal lah.
InsyaAllah.
Sebab delegasi wanita senyap je. Penat Suzanne, penat Shirley, penat. Puasa
Tak ada.
puasa lah tu, intermittent fasting. Puasa lah. Some people said, what is puasa? I said, you practice intermittent fasting, 16 hours and whatnot. That is puasa lah. Of course lah, some of it you can take water and whatnot, right? Tapi it's the same concept lah. It's the same concept lah. Ada siapa-siapa pernah buat IF? Anybody done that? Been there, done that? Belum lagi. Okay tak? Okay tak? Intermittent fasting. Reduce weight tak? Reduce tak? I've got a friend dah over pula. Dah kurus sangat pula dia practice the intermittent fasting. Sekarang nak kena gain weight balik semula. Boleh lose weight kan? Fast gain. Siapa you all ni? Betul ke tak ada soalan? Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, can I have the permission to see other groups that wants to stay? Okay? Dah tak makan malam memanglah boleh kuruskan. Can I have the permission that I see these groups and I say goodbye to all? Boleh? Boleh. So I see you tomorrow. Okay? Stay safe, stay healthy. Okay?
Tak payah ambil gambar.
Gambar?
Tak payah. Hari ni.
Tak payah.
Ambil gambar.
Nak ambil gambar. Guan you, thank you very much lah kan. Okay, on. On, everybody on. Pasal ni very shy, tak pernah cakap. Pasal hai. Tak pernah cakap, dia senyum aja. Abang senyum je. Ayo you, MKU. Hari raya juga kah? Aduh.
Yeah, still
You raya. Raya mood Okay. Wah, you dengan Ikhwan satu rumah lah. Satu rumah lah, raya mood. Weh, ada lagi Nazri pun raya mood juga. Aduh, tak apa. Next week I nak buka lagu raya lah.